Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to be filming this video because I finally done something that was on my bucket list for so long, and that is indeed to get a new camera. As you guys can tell from the title, I got a Canon PowerShoot V10. Here I have it. This thing is super small, and in this video I'm gonna be talking all about this camera. But first, let me give you guys a quick background. I've done YouTube for quite a while now, and I'm not gonna lie, I literally started with my iPhone, then I upgraded to an iPad, and then when I moved to the UK and I got a job, start getting money, I got my first ever vlog camera, and it's the one that I'm filming with right now. It is the Canon PowerShoot Mark II, and I loved this camera. I still do, but it's definitely falling apart. I've literally destroyed this thing. It's been through so much. It probably has 5 years now, so fair enough, and I've been trying to find a replacement for it for, I would say, 1 full year. Specifically, I was hoping to get a Mark III because I still loved the idea of the G7X. I loved the flip-up screen. I think it's super cute. Also, the aesthetic of it. I'm simply in love with this camera, but I didn't want to get the same one that I had. I wanted to get the upgraded version, and for some reason that camera is impossible to find. Literally impossible. It's out of stock for the longest time, and whenever it appears to be in stock on the Canon website, within seconds, not even minutes, seconds, it's gone. I literally sign up to the newsletter so that I could be notified as soon as that camera is back in stock, and every single time that I tried to purchase it, the payment didn't go through because it was already out of stock. Until one time, when I finally do it, the payment goes through. I get an email acknowledging my order, and then I get another email from UPS saying that my order will be delivered the following day. So I'm like, I was vlogging that day, but I decided specifically not to tell the vlog until the camera arrived because I didn't want to jinx it. Well, guess what? The order kept being delayed and delayed, and so I was like, what is going on? Why is this order not coming? And so I get in contact with Canon, and they tell me like, oh yeah, we're canceling your order because the item is out of stock. And I'm like, how? Literally how? So frustrating. Oh my god. I was also meant to go in Barcelona in like a couple of days, and I was so excited to have my brand new camera in Barcelona, but yeah, that didn't happen. So with the Canon G7X Mark III being out of stock, I decided to go for the second alternative. I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers using this camera, and recently I was watching Alicia's Marie Coachella vlogs, and they all seem to have this camera because apparently it's super small and you can just carry it around very easily. And I wanted to get it and give it a go ever since it came out, but then I never did it until one day I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna order it. I have 1 month to test it out and see if I like it. If I don't, I'm just gonna return it. So I ended up getting the advanced vlogging kit, which of course came with the camera itself and all these little goodies. So the camera box comes with the camera itself, some instructions, and then these guys right here. So it has a little cable to connect it to your MacBook, and then there's a little strap if you want to attach your camera to your wrist as well. Moving on with the camera, this is how it looks like. It's very small and pocket size. I can literally hold it with one hand, and it's very lightweight as well. It has a flip-up screen, which is nice, and it also has a built-in tripod type of thing. So you can hold it this way with the tripod, or you can use it to lay flat on a surface. As I'm filming these, I did bring this camera around already. I brought it to the Superdrug event, and I also used it in one of my vlogs when I was out and about. It has a wide angle lens, which I'm not used to. I don't necessarily hate it, but I'm also not familiar with it. But I will talk a bit more about features so once I'm confident with it. Okay, so all I need to do now, I guess, is vlogging with this camera. So 1, 2, 3, let's switch. Okay, what do we think? Haven't changed the angle, just the camera. You guys are literally standing up on the same tripod as well. I got my little G7X in my hand and I'm shooting with the new camera. Do you see what I meant when I talked about the wide angle? I'm so not used to this. Do you know what sounds so good right now though? A cup of coffee. If you saw any of my vlogs, you're familiar with my coffee montage. So let me see if I can get the same on this camera. This has to be my #1 favorite mug. You guys are literally chilling on top of my toaster right now. So I love that. I feel like until I sit down and edit these clips, I don't really know if I like this camera or not. I find it kind of hard to focus it on something if I want to like put my finger on it, because I keep putting my fingers in front of the camera by mistake because it's wide angle. I'm not used to it, and also it's very hard because I want my background to look good, but with a wide angle lens it picks up so much, so I need to like make sure a larger portion is fixed. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm gonna enjoy my coffee and then probably make some lunch. Okay, so I moved to the couch to do some editing because my dining table was just not doing it for me today. I got some fresh strawberries yesterday, so I think a strawberry lotus toast is the way to go. This is looking my favorite bread. Cheers! Oh my god. These are absolutely banging. This weather, by the way, I really don't understand. Now it's sunny. It was raining 2 seconds ago. Okay, it's a few days later. Last time I spoke with you guys, I told you that my boyfriend was gonna make Philly cheesesteak for dinner. That was very good indeed, but today is another day and I'm gonna be testing these guys out and about. Of course, if you guys know any of my vlogs, you're familiar with this setup, and I think it looks slightly different on a wider angle, but from what I can tell from the viewfinder, it still looks kind of good. But I guess the true test is when I will editing this whole thing together. But this is my little OOTD, super chill. And of course I'm wearing my Air Force One. That's cute. This little guy is adorable. Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks since the first time I told you guys about this camera. I got to try this bad boy for a few weeks and I feel like I finally have a full-on opinion about it, so I'm gonna share it with you guys. I don't feel like keeping you guys hanging, so I'm gonna cut through the chase. I'm thinking of returning the PowerShot V10. If I'm being totally honest, I don't think the V10 is a bad camera, but I don't necessarily think it goes end to end with my style of vlogging. I think it's very like beginner friendly, and if you're new and you want to get into vlogging, it's definitely a good camera. But since I'm so used to the G7X, I like having a big screen to look at myself. I like to have a manual zoom as well, and when I vlog I typically do photo frames, so I would do a lot of still images and then tie them up together with a bow while editing, and I feel like with the V10 I can't really do that. Oh my god, what is this lighting right now? The sun is shining through the window and I think that looks so good. Okay, so let me go through the pro and cons list that I've made. So the first pro is that this camera has a wide angle, which to me is both a pro and a con. con because I'm not used to a wide angle, like I said, since the beginning of this video, and so for me it was definitely an adjustment, but it's also a cool option to have. Secondly, as you can tell, it is super small, and so it's very easy to like grab it and carry around, but also since it's super small, the screen size is pretty tiny, and for some reason it was so hard to me to like click on a screen to focus on something, because I feel like my fingers kept being on the lens itself, which is not good. It does the 4K videos, which I think it's cool, but also something that I did notice is that the footage is super shaky, and again it has a auto stabilization that you can add, but if you decide to go with the auto stabilization you don't get the wide angle anymore, which I feel like it's why this camera is kind of good. On number 4, I wrote down it's good for shy people, so if you're a shy vlogger, this guy will definitely do the trick. But on the other end, if your vlogging style is a bit more like mine, which is like kind of cinematic, I would say, so I like to capture pretty things and pretty moments, the fact that this guy has no zoom is gonna be kind of annoying. I mean, there is an option to zoom, but it'll be as if you are literally cropping a photo frame, and it's not the best quality, I don't think so. I like the fact that you can add a mic and make the sound quality even better, because let me just say, by its own it's actually kind of good, and so that is definitely a pro. However, if you're thinking about filming at night, I think the footage is not that good. It gets all weird in front of light, and I don't know, I just don't think it's pretty. And then last on the list as pro, I wrote down it has a built-in tripod, which is kind of good because you can get all kind of angles with it. But something super annoying is that the lens keeps being dirty, because again it's super tiny, so you would find yourself putting your finger in it, and even now if I'm looking at it, it has a bunch of fingerprints, and whenever I try to use it I had to clean it like a million times, which is kind of annoying. As you can tell, I have 6 pro and 6 cons, and so I don't think it's a bad camera. I would actually recommend it to a beginner, but I don't think it's an advanced vlogger type of camera, and specifically if you're used to the G7X, I don't think it's a good upgrade. It's not for me, at least. I keep comparing the two just because I'm so used to my G7X and I've been using it for a while. I kept comparing the two in terms of video quality, in terms of how easy it is to use, how easy it is to carry, and despite the fact that the V10 has some qualities that I like, I'm not finding myself gravitating towards it versus my G7X, which is such a shame because I so wanted to have a new vlog camera, but apparently I'm stuck with my old one. Love the built-in tripod, love the wide angle. Again, the stabilization, it's questionable, but that also depends on what you want to do. The built-in stabilization, if you want to use it, it's there, but that also cuts quite a bit of the frame. You can also fix the stabilization while editing, but to me at least that is an extra step that I'm not willing to do. So I really hope this video is gonna be helpful for some of you, but if you have this camera and you love it, please let me know in the comments below. I do think when it comes to vlog camera, everyone has their own twist to it, and a camera that is good for someone is not good for someone else. So if you like it, that is great. I really wanted to like it, but like I said, I don't think my style of vlogging is compatible with this camera, which is such a shame, but oh well. That's it for today's video. If you liked it, of course, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Like I said, tell me in the comments below if you have this camera, what do you think of it, why do you love it. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Spoiler alert, my next video is gonna be the Era store vlog, so I'm super excited for that one. I've never been this close to anyone, and I have never